All right, let's talk about a feeling that I'm pretty sure you're familiar with. You're just scrolling online, right? Maybe on your phone looking for some smart takes on the market. And what do you find? It's just a wall of negativity. It feels like every single video out there is screaming that the sky is about to fall. So today, we're going to dig into that, and we're also going to look at one person who's decided to call it all out.
And this is the big one, isn't it? Is the stock market about to crash? You see this question everywhere. It's like it's on a 24/7 loop online, and it's designed to do one thing: grab you. It taps right into that little knot of fear that, let's be real, every single investor has somewhere deep down. And you know what? It works.
I mean, just take a quick scroll through your feed. It's almost guaranteed to make you think a crash is right around the corner. You've seen them, right? The thumbnails with the big, scary red arrows pointing down. The titles in all caps yelling, "The crash is coming." After a while, you can't help but wonder, wait, am I the crazy one? Am I missing something huge here? It's just this constant flood of negativity, and it can really start to get to you.
So that's what we're going to call our first section here, this overwhelming feed. Because what we're talking about isn't just a few random videos here and there. No, it feels like a coordinated campaign, a deliberate pattern of doom and gloom predictions that's designed to create this really anxious vibe online.
But what if that whole narrative is just wrong? What if it's not the whole story? And that's where we get to our next section, one creator's pretty bold counterclaim. We found someone who's looking at this whole ecosystem of fear and saying, hang on a second, something's not right here.
Yeah, so the source we're looking at today is a YouTube channel called Investment Research. And the creator there, a guy named Adam, was apparently seeing the exact same stuff we all are, and he decided he'd had enough. He wanted to push back. Hard.
And he kicks things off super simply, just introducing himself. He says, "Hello guys, I'm Adam from the channel Investment Research." But don't let that simple intro fool you. It's the calm before the storm, because he's about to make a really, really strong claim about all that other content out there. And here it is, the bombshell. He says he wants to, and I'm quoting here, deny all this lies on YouTube. Whoa. See, he's not just saying he disagrees with these predictions, he's calling them lies. That's a huge accusation. And it immediately makes you ask the next logical question. Okay, if they are lies, then why? What's the motive? Well, that question takes us right to our next part, the motive. Because according to Adam, this has nothing to do with genuine financial analysis. Not at all. It's about something way more basic, something that really powers the whole internet.
And that thing is clickbait. I know we've all heard the term a million times, but our source, Adam, argues that it is the absolute central engine driving all of these market crash predictions. The goal isn't to be accurate. The goal isn't to help you. It's just to get that click.
So how does it work? Well, according to Adam, it's a pretty simple playbook, a three-step process, really. Step 1, you predict a huge market crash or a terrible recession, something big and scary. Step 2, that prediction is built to stir up emotions. We're talking fear, uncertainty, the works. And finally, Step 3, that fear, that emotional reaction, it translates directly into views and engagement. It's basically, as he sees it, turning your anxiety into their ad revenue.
Okay, so if the whole thing is just a big play for clicks, what's actually going on in the market, according to this guy? Well, this brings us to the real heart of his argument, and it's something that is the polar opposite of what everyone else seems to be saying.
And you can see the stark difference right here. On one side, you've got all those headlines screaming that a crash is coming, a recession is a done deal. But on the other side, you have Adam's claim. He says it's just propaganda, it's just clickbait. He's not just tweaking the narrative, he's throwing the whole thing out the window.
And this is his big finale. After calling out all the so-called lies and propaganda, he delivers his final verdict. And it's incredibly blunt. He says, as for now, there is market indication of nothing. Get that? All that noise, all that panic? He's saying it's based on nothing. That the actual data just doesn't back up the 5-alarm fire everyone's yelling about.
So, what are we supposed to do with all this? Where does this leave us? Well, the big takeaway here isn't really about the market itself. It's about how you and I, actually consume all this information that's thrown at us.
So let's just recap his argument real quick. It's pretty straightforward. 1, there's a ton of negativity online about the market. 2, he claims the whole reason for it is to gain emotions, to get a rise out of you. 3, he slaps a label on it, propaganda and clickbait for views. And 4, his big counterpunch is that right now there's just no real market indication that any of this panic is justified.
And really, this is what it all comes down to, isn't it? The most important question maybe isn't, will the market crash? But instead, why is this person telling me it will? Think about that. When you start asking why, you stop just passively absorbing all this fear, and you start becoming a much sharper, more critical thinker. And in the long run, that might just be the best investment strategy you could ever have.